A little story. Yesterday I was out on the lake and the motor started acting up, so I had a feeling it was a fuel problem just by how it was running. So luckily I had an old pop can with me, and I cut the top off and I emptied out my fuel filter separator, and then when I dumped it out I knew there was water in the fuel. So maybe I got bad fuel somewhere, or maybe it was from condensation. You know, it could be several different things. So today what I'm going to do, I parked the boat yesterday, raised up the front end, so now and I didn't move it. I made sure I didn't move the boat at all. So what that let me do is it let all the water settle to the bottom of the tank, so, or the gasoline come to the top, whichever way you want to talk about it, you know. So now the water is in the very bottom of the tank, and the pickup in your fuel tank's also on the bottom. So, you know, theoretic, wow, I can't talk today. What should happen is you should burn through the fuel with the water, but that doesn't happen. It goes back here in your fuel filter or separator, and it just gives you problems. You have to get rid of that water. So what I'm going to do today is, I already loosened this up, and I'm going to pump out this fuel until all the water's out. See, just this little bit. So I see I must have had bad fuel. That was dirty fuel in there. Just that little bit in that little hose right here was that dirty. And you can see it's more water than fuel. See how it's clear? Fuel has a little gold color to it. And in here, if you can see it, that whitish color, that's where they've mixed. And yesterday when I was dumping this out, that's what color that was also. So what I'm going to do here is just pump this out. See how that's white, clear almost? It's not even coming out, that's weird. There it comes. See, there's a lot of water in there. I don't know if I got bad fuel at a bad gas station when I was out traveling somewhere, or usually it comes out better than this. There it comes. See, that doesn't look like very good fuel to me. It barely even smells like gasoline. There's a lot of water in that tank. So I'm gonna you can even let this sit, and later within about an hour you'll see it separate again. So I need to find me another donor can. And I used glass so you can see the difference, but now that I'm just trying to get rid of fuel, I don't need to use that. And then whenever the color changes, where you feel like you got it all out, that's and then that's going to get all the water out of the tank for you, and it's not going to make this filter back here do all the work. It's starting to change color a little bit. I don't know if it's hard to tell back here, but I've never had so much trouble getting the primer to work. Condensation can do it too. If you let it sit with like a half-empty tank and the temperature changes, it'll get filled with condensation. So if you're going to park it, sometimes, you know, it's usually better to park it with a full tank. So I'm going to stop there and put it back together because it's starting to come out a better color now, more of a gold color like fuel should be, without the clear water color and the white creamy milk color. So then I'm going to tighten that up. Then I'm going to take this apart, empty it out one more time, and then when I head out on the water again, it'll all be hopefully cleared out this time. But like I said, if you have that problem, it's not running right, sometimes it could be the fuel. See all that? It's disgusting in there. I can't believe it's that bad. Dirt, white water mixed in there. Yeah. I might even have to add another inline filter system on this fuel line to keep it from getting to the engine. Well, anyways, the filter's doing its job and it's running clean. It's not hurting the engine. That's what this filter's for. But it's getting clogged up and giving me problems at times. So like I said, if you have that problem and when you know it's the fuel, what it'll do, it'll idle okay and go slow speed okay, like it's going to get you back to the truck and the trailer. But when you try to give it full throttle, you're not going to have power. That's when it's a good chance it's there's water in the system. So and then I have to, like I said, watch which fuel stations I go to, or marina, you know, or if it's not that problem, maybe I have a problem with the tank leaking. So, you know, I have to make sure I find out what the problem is. But this right here is how you get the water out. Alright, thank you guys. Alright, while I'm out here, I wanted to show you something also. I got a little bit of fuel out of a can to put in this jar here. If you can see how it's almost crystal clear. That's pure good fuel. That one right there. These two here, see how they're cloudy? That's what you don't want. There's water in those two. See, there's water in that. That's what I took out of the boat tank, and that's pure good fuel. So if you can see the difference, that's what it should look like. And like I said, later today this one's going to separate, and it doesn't take a lot of moisture or water to ruin, you know, 10 or 20 gallons of fuel. So even if only a cup is in there, it's going to milk it up like that. And it's still going to run, but you're not getting your peak performance. So yeah, that's good fuel there. And then that's what I just took out of the boat. And then what I want to do is keep cleaning it out until it looks like that, and it'll be good to go.